Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it maybe just a little bit, Bernie, just a little bit down, at least the way I'm hearing it. Anyway, great to be here. Thank you. Thank you for coming out on a Sunday night. I was explaining to the team over at Anchor about the nature of this song was created pragmatically because I played enough places where I'd notice I'd be sitting in the back someplace before it opened up, and someone would come in, a woman with her husband, and he'd be like this, I don't want to be here. I don't want to. His body language was clear, and I thought, I've got to write a song that'll keep him here. And that is a song about him, and that he's welcome here. And so I've offered it, by the way, to any church anywhere as their theme song, Rick. You're welcome here. One thing I want you to hear. Let's get it clear. You're welcome. Are you welcome? You're welcome here. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Well, it don't matter none where you been, what you done. Just as long as you come, you're welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome here. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Sometimes the heart will ache with the weight of our mistakes. In our mind we think God's finger shakes, but now, oh, listen here. Listen in your heart's ear. Yeah, it's God who wants you here, for heaven's sake. Well, so come sit down, rest your bones and look around. A seat will be found. 'Cause you're welcome, you are welcome, you're welcome here. Oh, no one's immune. Everyone has messed up, everyone in this room. Different words, same tune, and you know what? Every single one of us is welcome. We are welcome, we're welcome here. Oh, we're welcome. How could he, the God of flesh and bone, who saved that little girl from being stoned, hide the key when you want to come home? Come on, that don't make sense. More like him to leap the fence. I love you without pretense until your heart is known. Yeah. Well, I won't be a judge. My mind doesn't fit in that kind of glove. Just sing of the Lord's love and tell you something. Here it is. You're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome here. Ah, you're welcome. You are welcome. Welcome here. Welcome here. Welcome here. Well, you got the message, yes. It's amazing to leave eastern United States and sounds like one of the birds out the window this morning. Anyway, to leave eastern United States and fly all this way, and the amazing change of visuals. It's just extraordinary. And sonics are off the charts. Greta and I have been listening to the bird songs in the morning. Have no choice. They scream. Seems to be led by a rooster leading the chorus. Well, I have a song about birds, but it was written out east when it was cold. And in it, I observed some chickadees. You all have chickadees here. I'm sure you do. They've just been drowned out by all the roosters. So, but this is a little ode to a chickadee. But it also has a message of the fact that they seem to. One of the sounds that chickadees say is. Now, if you were to put into words what that would be, could that possibly be? Thank you, thank you. Well, there's this little chickadee cherub sitting on the telephone pole. Has a song and with me shared it to brighten up my soul. Thank you is what the chickadees sing in a voice of praise and play. I believe that chickadee's praying in his very own way. And he goes, thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail when you go, thank you in each and every moment. Each and every moment becomes a prayer. Woo, now there's two little chickadee cherubs sitting on that telephone pole. Two are better than one when caring for my weary soul. Thank you is what both of them are saying in a duet sing-along. You know, when there are two or more praying, God is in the song. We go, thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail. When you say thank you in each and every moment becomes a prayer. Hey, look, there's 5 chickadee cherubs sitting on that telephone pole. 5-part harmony, they're preparing for my weary soul. Thank you, gratitude is contagious. One little voice becomes a choir. One by one, God turns the pages of his heart's desire. We go, thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail. When you say thank you in each and every moment becomes a prayer. Well, I'm going to do a little solo now, and I don't whistle very well, so I wondered if you could help me. We'll have a flock experience. Okay? It'd be like something like this. Okay, pucker up. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty good. Usually I sort of make fun of it, but it's very good. Let's do it one more time. It sounds real good. Harmony. All right, but now can you do the chorus? You don't have to pucker anymore. Help me with the chorus. I know there's a lot of words, but we can do it. Thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail when you go. Thank you in each and every moment. Each and every moment becomes a prayer. Well, what I heard there was sort of a thank you. Thank you. a prayer. You got the important part. One more time. Thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail when you say thank you in each and every moment. Each and every moment becomes a prayer. Good. There's a flock of chickadee cherubs flying from that telephone pole. They had a song and with me shared it to brighten up my soul. Thank you is the song they were singing. Thank you is the lesson I learned. Thank you is the song I'll be singing when those birds return. We go thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail when you say thank you in each and every moment. Each and every moment becomes a thank you in each and every moment. I've never known it to fail when you say thank you in each and every moment. Each and every moment becomes a prayer. Coda, coda. Okay, bird sounds. Beautiful. How many people are familiar with Otis Redding's Sitting on the Dock of the Bay? All right. My own. Okay, so I'm sitting on the back porch of the lovely place that we've been allowed to stay at. We're here. And all of a sudden, I hear and I mentioned to Greta, I thought it was something, and she said, that's the end, that's how Otis sings at the very end of Dock of the Bay. And I thought, so I Googled it, and by George, there's a bird out there that does that exact whistle. I'm thinking he might want some royalties. I mean, that's a very popular song. Anyway, been fun listening to the birds. I got something to explain about the rest of the night in just a simple way. By the way, I have never been so wired. Well, no, I had a heart incident, and I was wired for that, yeah. But other than that, and I'm actually less mobile than I was with the heart incident, Anyway, there's a great piece of literature. It's one of my favorites, and our family has loved it for years. And it's going to be the sort of template for tonight. It's that great piece of writing, drawing called Where's Waldo? How many people are familiar with Where's Waldo? Good. Now, Waldo, for those of you who aren't, Waldo is this dweeb of a guy. He has a little hat that bends up, he's got striped socks, and he's got a little cane and glasses, and he's a dweeb, there's no question about it. And the whole point of the book is that there's one scene after another of just tons of people in workforce, in a bus station, and just a zillion people on the beach. That was our son's favorite one, the one on the beach. And you had to find where Waldo was walking through. Okay. Well, I got another name for Waldo. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I think you know. But when I should say, my Waldo is in the heart of everyone here. In the land, in the beauty here and around the world. But my Waldo shows up when the heart is touched. And so tonight you're going to hear a lot of human stories. But I'm going to ask you to be on the lookout. And this is the way, where's Waldo? When you spot Waldo tonight, the other name you know, let me know. Did you spot Waldo in that song, in that person? Okay, a lot of remembering tonight. First one, I was mentioning to the students over at Anchor how I was a terrible test taker. "10 more minutes to recess. Just gotta finish this dumb test. 10 more minutes to recess, and I'm free. Hope I get me a big swing. Just gotta finish this dumb thing. 9 more minutes to recess, and I'm free. Eight more minutes to recess. Abigail's done with her test. She always finishes first, messes with me. 7 more minutes to recess. 3 more pages to this test. Whew, I'm gonna have to start guessing, I can see. 6 more minutes to recess. Abigail's sleeping at her desk. Everyone's done with their test but for me. I'll be hanging from the monkey bars, upside down till I see stars in 5 more minutes, and recess when I'm free. Four more minutes to recess. I just handed in my test. Miss Summers asked if she could see me. Three more minutes to recess. She just told the whole class they can go out early to recess, but me. She asked me, did I do my best? I said, yes, yes, yes. She took the answer sheet from her desk and said, we'll see. I could see it in her eyes when the truth caught her by surprise, that I got every answer right. Yippee! After her apology, she said, it's clear to me, we've been doing this all wrong. You're going to have recess all day long. What do you think about that? Well, I can't argue with that. Well, that's when Abigail woke me up. She said I'd been drooling on my book. I took a gaze at the clock, and what did I see? Yep, 10 more minutes to recess. Just gotta study this dang test. 9 more minutes to recess, and I'm free. I'm so free. That would be me. Free. Thank you. I have a feeling some of you have been there. Well, in that song, it talked about recess, of course. And what it looked like would be a liberation to be at recess. But this next song is about someone for whom recess was a torment. Much of schooling was a torment. Back in the day, we referred to this person, whether male or female, as having cooties. Remember that term? Well, yeah. I looked up at the cashier, and there behind the rouge, scars and dents of a past offense bent me like a bruise. And as she brushed off my embarrassment, like an actress shifting roles, I made a stab at a compliment and hurried out the door. Long ago, I don't know, maybe not so long, I guess. Seems she was the victim of our childish thoughtlessness. The one at times for whom taunting rhymes like cruel stones were hurled. The friendless child we all defiled, known as the cootie girl. On the battlefield of the bus stop, we warriors took sides. With lethal stares, we combed our hair and primed pubescent pride, until the war would call a truce as she came into view. A common target we could shoot where neither side would lose. Then the bus, so dangerous for the misfit and maligned, would come around and gobble down this sad scene of a crime. And every day heading both ways, a vicious vine would curl around the one we'd mock or shun, known as the cootie girl. On the battlefield, altar of the schoolyard, during recess after lunch, when friends conspire and teachers tire, and the law leads with a punch, she'd wander like a refugee from some far distant land, branded with the shame that she could never understand. And on the walk where the hopscotch chalk diagrammed the dance, where girls would play and give away their secrets to romance, she'd wait and wait for someone to take time to give her a twirl. But each day the same, it seldom came for the cootie girl. You know, the things that used to matter don't amount to much these days. My bon vivant is all but gone, or just lines upon my face. But as I stood outside that restaurant with these memories in a blur, all it seems that I did want was to apologize to her. Then who drives up in a pickup truck with a husband and some boys? Each one knew a waitress who was their heart's own joy. And out the door she came full bore, the woman of their world, his lover, friend, their mother, and the cootie girl. His lover, friend, their mother, and yeah. Thank you. You could whistle pretty good and sing pretty good, so now I'm going to ask you to be what in the biz we refer to as a BGV, a background vocal. Not sure what biz that is, but ooh, 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 ooh. That sounds like more the men, so the women could do ooh, ooh, ooh. You want to try? Huh? I'm hanging in the wind here. Come on. No. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Keep that up. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, this song is about the Bible's equivalent to the cootie girl. His name was Bartimaeus. He was blind. And this is his story. I think you probably know it. I'm getting a little feedback, Bernie. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bartimaeus, or some time just trying to adjust to how it was. He was blind, see, for some time he back of the line be eating dust. Now, those things are, after I finish that, then you're off until the next time that comes around. So just chill, you know. Then one day he heard a commotion, asked the people what was up. They said the man who walked down the ocean was walking by sure enough. You ready? So Bartimaeus started yelling, Jesus, hey Jesus, have pity on me. The people were furious, but Bartimaeus kept yelling, oh Jesus, set me free. Very nice, BGVs. And then Jesus stopped. Get him, he said to the folks. And then the people said to him, take courage, get up. Jesus is calling you. He heard you call him too. Now what you have to do is take courage, get up. Take courage, get up. Are you ready, BGVs? So Bartimaeus took off his coat, just headed for Jesus without any doubt. And that's when Jesus said, hey, Bartimaeus, what do you want? 'Cause I heard you shout. Jesus, can I see again, please? Been so dark and all alone. He said, your faith has saved you, now your eyes will see what your heart has always known. What your heart has always known. Now, don't worry about the BGVs now. It's getting tiresome. Like Bartimaeus, do some days just leave you in darkness and so alone. You'd like to try out his kind of cry out, but my oh my doubt leaves you alone. Just remember what those folks said when he called out that day. From that time a new life he led. When he heard them say, when he heard them say, take courage, get up. Jesus is calling you. He heard you call him too. Now what you've got to do is take courage, get up. Take courage, get up. Nice. Thank you. This is a song off an early album, and I'm doing it really as a tribute to this church. It reminds me of this church. Oh, the hearts of some speak from their hands, careless cups that caring make, tucked in pocket wounds of pants. They wait for ways to mend the break, hold for days the hurt and the ache, join to pray for the lost soul's sake. And the hearts of some speak from their eyes to see the good where bad has been, beacons from paradise that weep for winners who never win, love the sinner but not the sin, spot that inner light within. The Master's mercy falls like the rain on this desert dressed in doubt. Needs no logic to explain the hope that ends the human drought, ends this human drought. Oh, the hearts of some speak from their lips with words that know the brokenness, and they sail the soul like the summer ships that stop in ports of tenderness. We've come forward with a holy stitch, bind all sorts of brokenness. And the hearts of some speak from their homes, magnets in this scrap iron life, a splint to strangers' broken bones, a temple with a front porch light, balm of blessing from the fight, door of day in a weary night. The Master's mercy falls like the rain on this desert dressed in doubt. Needs no logic to explain the hope that ends the human drought, ends this human drought. And where do all these hearts come from? These timeless testimonials. What's the reason for what they've done? The rationale to sound the call. Why such passion in us all? Why compassion when we fall? Oh, the heart of God comes from the one who climbed the hill of skulls to die. For all the foolishness I've done, and then with one last lonely cry, profess that love is not a lie. Confess love as the reason why. The Master's mercy falls like the rain on this desert dressed in doubt. Needs no logic to explain the hope that ends the human drought, ends this human drought. Thank you. When I was coming through high school, at the end of high school, I decided to be a drama major. And my folks dropped some serious quid, put me to school, University of Montana, I think. It's a long time ago. I'm not sure, actually. But in any case, I never ended up being an actor. I always felt bad about that, and I'm Irish and I'm Catholic, and so I have a lot of guilt. It's just a gene thing. Yeah. And so I felt the necessity in my show to do some drama. Just feel bad that they spent all that money. Besides, you probably get tired of hearing just music, so I'm just going to break it up a little bit. Now, this is the next. There's going to be two of them, and this particular one is, well, it's true. It was true. Actually, they're both true. Come to think of it. It's called The Boy in the Back of the Room. So I'm going to get in the back of the room. With all my wires, I should have a little pole, don't you think? No. Anyway, in 6th grade, Lois was my friend. She was pretty, she was funny. She liked me. But I didn't know it then. Love was always ahead of my heart. We sat in the back by the map display, ran an underground railroad of notes. She'd read till a dimple would give her away and giggle at what I wrote. She'd talk about how things should be. I'd talk about how things feel to me. More often than not, we both agreed. I never knew a girl that way. She made me feel okay. At the end of the day, by her locker door, I'd wait till the coast was clear, then getting a charge off the carpeted floor, I'd give her a shock on her ear. Gotcha, pshing, and then I'd disappear. One Friday night dance, I picked a slow one and asked this friend in my arms. But with the birth of romance comes the death of fun. I was too young to handle her charms. I mean, a 12-year-old don't know what to do. Talk's cheap and forced. I mean, yeah, it feels good, that a girl likes you. But a corral kind of worries a horse. So Monday morning, she would not look at me because I gave her the warning. I had to be free. But by noon, all the storming had blown out to sea, and I talked her into a truce. And we both let our ponies loose. Still, sometimes, at lunch, she'd sit with her friends, and I'd catch her looking my way. And I'd find myself wanting romance again. But I never knew what to say. It wouldn't have worked anyway. In the springtime, we took our achievement tests. Remember those? Lois always did real fine on them. I got a score a monkey could get. We were never that close again. She advanced to the college prep. Yoo-hoo! I wound up in shop. She had bright little boyfriends with rings around her neck. I made some junk for desktops. I don't know what it is, Mom, but it's yours. But in that slow track, I learned how to write. Had a teacher or two, click, who turned on the light. Well, Lois learned to go out at night. I'd love her from afar as she drove off in some upperclassman's car. Some years later, I found this note on my desk. It said, Michael, underline, Michael, this is my seat too. Probably in advanced chemistry or something, and I was in dodo math, you know. But this is my seat too. She said, you know, of all the years, we were seniors now. All the years, I liked sixth grade the best. Your friend, underline, friend, Lois. P.S. I miss you. Ah, Lois. I miss you too. Lois, sometimes my heart goes back to that boy in the back of the room who sat next to you with his 2 feet of clay, but learned from September to June how the flowers of friendship, blooms. Thank you. Now I'm going to tell you because that was true, this is true as well. I'll follow it with a song. We'll get happy again, I promise. This is called Telemarketer. I'm sure you have a few of those here. They don't need to be here, do they? No. Third call in as many days. No more room for civility. Look, I told you twice, our vacuum cleaner works fine. Please, delete me from your company's computer list. We're not interested. The caller laughed. Computer list? They just give me a phone book and I go down the alphabet. Oh. Well, cross out my name next time, so the next person won't call me. Okay, she said. Are you the same Michael Blanchard who went to Farmington High School? Yeah. Didn't you play in a band? Well, a folk trio, that's not really a band. But you sang on the radio, right? On television and in school assemblies? Yeah. You were good. So what's your name? Were you in my class? Oh, no. I was a freshman. Sandy Phillips. I knew a Ronnie Phillips. My brother. Basketball player, right? Yeah. He was good. Great jump shot. Yeah, I guess, though you're probably thinking of Wayne Daggett. He had the shot. He and Ronnie played together. You are right. Wayne. God, what a player. You know about Wayne, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, so sad. So young. What? Oh, you knew him. We were going to be married after I graduated. Oh, Jesus. God. Oh, that must have been hard. I am so... that damn motorcycle. I'm so sorry. So how you doing? You okay? Sure. I'm just fat. Mommy? Not now, sweetie. I'm on the phone. Mommy? Hey, look. That's okay. I'll let you go. Sure. Okay. I'll draw a line through your name. Thanks, Sandy. Didn't see you there, didn't know you were weeping too. I thought of you as above our pain. Though of course you cared, you have shown you were human too. They say you cried at Lazarus' tomb. I was unaware how it is with a broken God. I thought of you as above my pain. Lost in my despair, so it is with a broken heart. I never knew you could feel the same. Once in a magazine I saw a face wrinkled up in grief and travailed grace. I kept turning back to see that face. Some sad refugee from some sad place. In those eyes the sorrows of our race. Now I see it simply was the face of God. The face of God. Your face, dear God. Some say you're not there, just a myth for a lazy life, an artifact from an ancient scroll. but I have known you near in the gift of a weary sigh. Lord, for the lost and the lonesome souls, I was unaware how it is with a broken gourd. I never knew you could feel the same. Thanks. It's not a trick question, but I'm just curious, how many people served in the armed services? I had the honor to work with Army Reserve in a program called Strongest Bonds, or Strong Bonds. It was dealing with couples, particularly there were, during the Afghan and Iraqi years. And it was an honor. This song bore out of that. I'm doing fine, only sometimes I get a scene in my mind that hangs around. Goes away, but comes back the next day. I'm okay, but it kind of gets me down. It's common enough, the year's been rough. Things tend to be tough downrange. Life on the edge can get stuck in your head. Back home, dredge up some pain. Ain't nothing new what happens to you. Every fighting soldier been through that kind of hell. There are no words for what I've seen and heard, but I prefer to keep it to myself. Sometimes I get mad, it makes me sad, 'cause I scare the kids bad when I do. I tell them it's not them, it's where Daddy's been. And I'll never yell again, don't I wish that were true. I'm doing fine, but I've been better, holding the line, but kind of loose on the tether. Dressed to the nines, but there's a hole in my sweater. I'm doing fine. But I've been better. Have me some beers, I've done it for years. It ain't a problem, I swear it's not. Couple of rounds helps me calm right down, helps me, I've found, keep things forgot. To my wife's way of thinking, the moods and the drinking are slowly sinking us low. My coming back's changed her, 'cause I seem such a stranger. No one would blame her if she were to go. She said she wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't hold her to it. Talk to someone who's been through it, she yells in my face. What good would that do? They can't get inside of you or change what is true and cannot be erased. Okay, in my mind, just need some time. Hell, I'm in my prime, don't worry about me. Just takes a while to relocate my smile, figure out when I'll be free. I'm doing fine, but I've been better, holding the line, but kind of loose on the tether. Dressed to the nines, but there's a hole in my sweater. I'm doing fine. But I've been better. Well, that song deals with things you can't forget. This song deals with, at my age and maybe yours, things you can't remember. Like what you went to the grocery store for. You ever go to the grocery store, forget why you came? It's in your head, down the road you sped, then poof, just left your brain. Aisle after aisle, with a stupid little smile, you search and search in vain. Your pride insists, don't call home for the list, so stupid you remain. It wasn't meat or doggy treats, it wasn't lettuce, iceberg, or romaine. Did it start with an A or an H or a K? Doggone anyway, what was the name? You're mumbling out loud that forms a small crowd looking at you like you're insane. Finally, you got no choice, and in a rising voice, you defiantly explain. Well, I came in here for something. I just can't remember what. I'm pretty sure it was important, yeah. But why it was, I forgot. Give me a couple minutes now to eliminate what it's not. 'Cause I came in here for something, can't remember what. Well, I imagine all have made a call, had some voice put you on hold. As they repeat how it won't be much longer now, 1,000 different thoughts in your mind unfold. There's no rhyme or reason for your consciousness streaming, kind of pinball machining down a dark hole. While you wait on the line, thoughts spill from your mind like a random gene that's out of control. Did I pay those bills? Did I take my pills? Does anything really kill bathroom mold? I'm a lousy dad. Ooh, my breath is bad. These glasses are sad. They make me look old. The connection goes through. May I help you? A voice says, perky and bold. May you help me? May you help me? Ah, God help me. Why your mind's gone wild, you forgot why you dialed. Now the same lame excuse is told. Well, I called you up for something. I just can't remember what. I know it was important, but why it was, I forgot. Give me a couple minutes now to eliminate what it's not. 'Cause I called you up for something. I came in here for something. You know, I know it was something. Can't remember what. I don't feel I'm the only one who has suffered that in the grocery store or on the phone. In the grocery store, in all the stores, they've jumped the gun as usual, and they're getting you all ready for Christmas. So I'm behind in that regard, but I'm going to read you a Christmas poem. It's the sort of Christmas poem that I would do. It's from a book we just put out called Afterwards. I did this with the students at the college. It's the idea. This book is dealing with the idea, and I'm not selling it. Well, it's out there if you want to buy it. Who am I? Who am I? No. But it deals with the idea that, there were humans all around these stories that are rich to us, these truths that are rich to us, but humans like us. That's the great secret of our faith, of the Christian faith, is that God figured out that the way to connect with us was to become us, and we will spot him again and again throughout our life. But also, there were humans all around these special events. And, of course, 2,000 years of kind of puffing it up a bit, we might lose some of the reality. So this is the Christmas story. Well, not the entire Christmas story, but it's called Birth Out Back in the Barn. So you can figure that out. And what I do in this is I first give you it's all from Luke. So this is Luke's little rendition here. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. So familiar. But there were other people around. Phyllis, come back to bed. They'll be all right. She needs to sleep. That's what he said. He knows what's best for his wife. They unpacked their things. The donkey's fed. They're settled in for the night. Phyllis, come back to bed. I'm sure they'll be all right. Oh, hush up, Daniel. I heard a yelp. That poor thing. This is her first. I'm going out there to help. I'll bet her water's burst. Get up. Move your lazy self. We've got to go to work. A baby's coming. I can tell. There's about to be a birth. Don't worry, dear. I've had 5. of my own. It's an honor to bear your own flesh and bone. Your husband's here, so I will leave you two alone, but really, really don't fear. Now your love is a home. He's done this before. That's what I suspect. Much older than her, you know. He knows what to expect. Yeah, she's scared, that's for sure. But he's calm, direct. He's done it before, I'll bet. Danny, come see the little man. Oh, feisty little son. Oh my, this is grand. Hungry little one, nursing all he can. Danny, come. They've had a little man. You're not going to believe it, Phil. Whew. So very strange, odd. They're shepherds from the hill, 8 of them, and some dogs. They don't mean no ill will, just dumbstruck with awe. Claims an angel told them time's fulfilled. Because that little boy out there is God. When I was growing up, I had a friend who put me at risk. I couldn't get enough. He's just wild as could be. My folks knew what we did. They never would have let me see him. This is a true story. Marty and I were friends in 8th grade, back just before high school. He was a clown in search of a stage. His daddy worked for the road crew of town, mine for the utilities. They lived in a shack by the Flat River ground. We lived on a hill with a breeze. But somehow we stuck to each other like glue. Always found something we'd both like to do. Laughed our way into and over and through. More fun than trouble deserves. And he'd talk for block after block, with stories that robbed me of sleep. The things he had done, well, they must have been fun, but they got him in such big trouble deep. But Marty would laugh with that funny high voice and say that it should have been there. And the look in his eyes said it wasn't a choice. You're going to catch it sometime or somewhere, boy. You're going to catch it sometime or somewhere. La da 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 dum, da da dum. Most every day he'd hitchhike to school, look for me down by the steps, sit there so laid back, relaxed and cool, like some bookie just waiting for bets. With the first bell, we'd run to homeroom and listen for the office PA, oh boy, as Mr. McFarland's cold voice of doom would name all the criminals that day. McFarland did not like Marty at all, singled him out as he'd walk down the hall. He wanted to break him, make him just crawl, but you can't break a heart that's been broke. So we'd laugh and we'd laugh as we'd walk between class. We never could get free of the jokes. One glance from him and I'd start to grin and explode as the teacher spoke. And Marty would do the very same crime to ensure the same punishment. Detention for 2 was the cost of the fine. 2 comrades in confinement we were, 2 comrades in confinement. Ah, Marty, you know, as the years come and go, there's an ache that just grows with your name for those dropped from the list, whose beauty was missed, but whose hearts sang in spite of the pain. La da 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 dum, dee da dum. Saturday mornings we'd go down to the tracks, walk out to the trestle sometimes, lower ourselves between the cracks, tightrope the cross beams half blind. He'd scoot over fast while I'd take a while with a 60-foot drop neath my shoes. He'd chuckle and seem to say with his smile, it ain't nothing when there's nothing to lose. I remember around a midterm exam we had once before, a field trip we'd planned, Miss Spiney announced it was gonna be canned unless the guilty one came to the front. What a mess, someone stole the test. Now we're all gonna pay. We waited and we hated as the thief hesitated, and the trip just slipped away. Then Marty stood up, walked to her desk, as a lynch mob of eyes hung him high. He could not have cared less about passing her test, but she never detected his lie. She never detected his lie. La da 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 dum, dee da dum. Near the end of the year, the word got out that Marty was likely to fail. And seeing no way to turn it about, the boy kind of pulled in his sails. We still laugh some, though less and less, as the truth of the real sank in. He would return and I would progress, and it would not be as it had been. I wanted to tell him it wasn't the end. I wanted to tell him we still could be friends. I wanted to tell him that we'd laugh again, but you know, wanting don't get nothing done. We were standing in line the very last time I ever saw Marty's sad smile, rehearsing the way on that final day he'd walk in the room single file. Then Mr. McFarland made Marty wait and said, so the whole class could hear, "Why, Martin, you're not going to graduate." Oh, I still can see Marty's tears. I still can see Marty's tears. Ah, Marty, you know, As the years come and go, there's an ache that just grows with your name. For those dropped from the list, whose beauty was missed, but whose hearts sang in spite of the pain. Whose hearts sang in spite of the pain. La da 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 dum, la da 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 dum. You've been wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for your attention, your listening. Thank you, Rick and Lauren, too. I think the line is, I don't get around much these anymore. So it's nice if I have to get around to be with you. In these days of confused situations, in these nights of restless remorse, when the heart and the soul of the nation lay wounded and cold as a corpse, from the grave of the innocent Adam comes a song bringing joy to the sad. Oh, your cries have been heard, and the ransom has been paid up in full. Be glad, oh, be glad, oh, be glad. Every debt that you ever had has been paid up in full by the grace of the Lord. Be glad, be glad, be glad. From the dungeon where the rumor is stirring, you have heard it again and again. Ah, but this time the cell keys, they're turning, and outside there are faces of friends. Though your body lay weary from wasting, and your eyes show the sorrow they've had, oh, the love that your heart is now tasting has opened the gates. Be glad, oh, be glad, oh, be glad. Every debt that you ever had has been paid up in full by the grace of the Lord. Be glad, be glad, be glad. So be like lights on the rim of the water, giving hope in a storm sea of night. Be a refuge amidst this slaughter for these fugitives in their flight. For you are timeless and part of a puzzle. You are winsome and young as a lad, and there is no disease or no struggle that can pull you from God. Be glad, oh, be glad, oh, be glad. Every debt that you ever had has been paid up in full by the grace of the Lord. Be glad, be glad, be glad. So be like lights on the rim of the water. Be glad, be glad, be glad. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hope you guys enjoy making.
Thank you. Thanks.